Yo, what's good, people? Peace and power. I want to thank y'all for coming through to my little talking shit podcast. As you know, I am Kong, your favorite casual. But yeah, man, we got two topics to talk about today. Uh, y'all, man, Deontay Wilder is out from under his throne. Deontay Wilder finally shows up. He was on a Premier Boxing podcast, and well, this report is from Sky Sports. I didn't go to the Premier Boxing podcast because what's up, Lisa Bears? John Cable, how you doing, man? Peace, Lou. Lou, I ever told you that was my father's name? My father's name was Lou. What up, man? UGC, how you doing, bro? Anybody who wants to get in, I dropped the link early, so let me know what's up if y'all want to get in here and tell me I ain't shit. That's fine. Yeah, man. So Deontay Wilder is back. Deontay Wilder is talking shit. Deontay Wilder is showing me again why I stopped supporting him, why I started supporting Anthony Joshua, and why after I. Hey, by the way, UGC, that's right. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm a big channel now. I'm a big channel. Y'all gonna have to start giving me respect. I got 100 subs, and y'all need to start giving me donations. Donations. You understand me? I'm gonna need super chats. You know what I mean? 100 subs, I need super chats. Donations. You understand me? But anyway, as I was saying, Deontay Wilder is back. Deontay Wilder has said he don't consider Tyson Fury no goddamn. Ooh, Lisa Bales, you early, boy. I haven't even gotten to Andy Ruiz yet, boy. I haven't even gotten to Andy Ruiz yet. I'm saying let me just deal with Deontay Wilder first because this bothers me about Deontay Wilder, right? So Deontay Wilder went missing and he didn't have nothing to say after he put out that crazy video of he's your king and all this bullshit and all this nonsense. Deontay Wilder goes missing. You don't hear from Deontay. People don't know if he's lost in the Congo. People don't know where he is. They don't know if he's walking the Sahara Desert. They don't know where Deontay Wilder is. But lo and behold, he pops up. Sky Sports did a little transcript of his conversation in the Premier Boxing podcast. And let me share the screen. Let me let y'all know what Deontay Wilder had to say. If anybody wants to jump on, let me put the link again. Lisa, one of these days you should jump on somebody's stream, man. You're a cool person. All you people, Chen, all y'all, man. Y'all just stay in the background talking shit. I mean, well, let's go. Let me share my screen as usual. Um, where is it? Hey, Black, you gonna get on before I share my screen? Because when I start sharing my screen, I'm not gonna be able to see who's backstage. So, if anybody wants to get on, click the link now, so I don't miss anybody. But yeah, man, as I was saying, Deontay Wilder is showing me again why I had to stop supporting him. This guy keeps exhibiting bad character. I don't respect peace, IBT. How you doing, man? IBT, if you want to get on, or anybody else wants to get on, before I start sharing my screen, hit the link now, right? But I stopped supporting Deontay Wilder because not just his performance in the ring, that was a big part. No problem, UGC, no problem, I understand. But because of the character he exhibits, and this interview or these snippets from the Premier Boxing podcast is why I say he exhibits bad character. Let's share the screen. Let's share the screen because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about because this dude is a sucker. All right. Let me share the screen. Here we go. So Deontay Wilder said, I don't see him, he means Tyson Fury, as a champion. Quote, people that know boxing know that it wasn't Deontay Wilder on that night. I was a zombie on that night. Jesus Christ. And oh, man. So here we go. I'm going to do only the quotes from Deontay. In my eyes, I don't see Fury as a champion. He ain't the champion yet because we've still got one more fight left. Let's scroll down further to more Deontay Wilder. Wilder insisted his body language was wrong. When I took off my mask, the things that I was doing, I've been in this sport a very long time, so people automatically know how I am. People that know boxing know that it wasn't Deontay Wilder on that night. I was a zombie on that night. I wasn't myself. I felt like a zombie. I'm still reflecting. I can't believe the things that happened. I'm figuring things out. Let me go down to more quotes from Deontay Wilder. No one should be surprised. I am who I am. This is him talking about pursuing the third fight with Tyson Fury. He says, no one should be surprised. I am who I am. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Why wouldn't I want it? He knows that wasn't me. I know that wasn't me. That wasn't the real Deontay Wilder. Something was wrong. There's more fuel on the fire. This is the final straw. Let me go down some more, man. In terms of him dealing with the whole towel throwing incident, Wilder said about his team, we've had a lot of people reach out, but you have to be careful. Some people want publicity. There are two people that I'm bringing in. This is him talking about bringing into his team. I'll get my team in order. We can move forward with our game plan, blah, 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 blah. Everybody wants what you have, but they don't want to work as hard or sacrifice as much. People get envious. This is one of the things that I had to weed out. So apparently Deontay Wilder is saying he had to weed out some people out of his team or around him or whatever because they got jealous of him or whatever. In life, you lose more than you win. Some people don't know how to bounce back from a loss. People want to see someone lose to see how they get up. I lost in the ring, but I'm winning in life. Okay. Here we go. He says sometimes you get used to things, get comfortable with things. You still have hunger, but it wasn't the same as when you first tried to get into the rankings and go on to fight for a world title. This has allowed that hunger to come back. I'm never down about losing because it makes me stronger to come back and overcome. In terms of his the whole George Foreman contacting him, he has this to say about George. It was good talking to George, Wilder said. We talked about things from his career, good and bad, different tricks of the trade, certain things that he saw in my fight. He wants to show me some methods to strengthen certain parts of my body. That was the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I only did quotes from Deontay Wilder. So let's break this shit down from Deontay Wilder. Let's break all this down. Let's unpack all of this. First off, he's talking about he was a zombie in the fight. You know, he's saying Tyson Fury isn't the champion because he has one more fight left. And he's saying he felt like a zombie. He wasn't himself. What do y'all think about that? Let's unpack this first. Amen. Let me tell y'all something about Deontay Wilder, bro. This is the biggest sucker in the world. This dude is completely and utterly delusional. This is a man. What up, Mad Machine? How you doing, bro? No. He didn't have no chat with AJ. He had a chat with Foreman. Anybody wants to get on now. No, he didn't chat with AJ. He had a chat with Big George Foreman. Anybody wants to get on because we gotta unpack this bullshit. We gotta unpack all this nonsense from Deontay Wilder because this man is a sucker. This man is delusional. There's something off with this dude. This man lives in a different world. You see, Deontay Wilder, after Anthony Joshua lost, had everything in the world to say about Anthony Joshua. I mean, everything. Everything you could think about. He's weak in the head. He's weak-minded. He wasn't a true champion. Everything he got was given to him. All this bullshit. Now he's saying he doesn't see Tyson Fury as a champion because they have one more fight left. Deontay Wilder has had 2 opportunities. I said 2 opportunities to beat up Tyson Fury. He got Tyson Fury coming off the couch after a drug binge. He couldn't beat Tyson Fury. He got Tyson Fury again in a rematch after having, 2 fights in between there, Brazil and Luis Ortiz, knocking them out, feeling good about himself. This man This man had 2 fights in between there. Went into the second fight with Tyson Fury and got absolutely obliterated. Now he's saying Tyson Fury isn't the champion because they have another fight left. So it takes 3 fights for Deontay Wilder. 3 fights for Deontay Wilder to consider Tyson Fury champion. Because many people was considering Tyson Fury champion on the first fight. You need a third fight to consider him champion. The second fight, he ripped the belt from you, took that shit, mugged you. Fuck we talking about with Deontay Wilder? You don't consider him champion? Well, you don't have to consider nobody champion, bro. Because people didn't consider you champion for a while since you fought Tyson Fury. They didn't consider you champion. You lost that belt on the first fight. They just gave it to you. But Tyson Fury made sure they didn't have to give him no decisions. He just took that shit from you. Wilder a better comedian than a boxer, got the brakes beat off him. And will again. You goddamn right. There's something off with this dude. This man is a complete lunatic. I think he convinces himself of certain things and he just makes it so. You understand? But this is what I mean. I did a live before about the character of boxers, the character of athletes. This man has bad character. Let me get into some more stuff he said. Let me get into some more he said, right? He's talking about how he felt. He's saying, when I took my mask off, no, this is after he said, that wasn't me in the ring. He felt like a zombie on that night. You felt like a zombie? You walked to the ring looking like a zombie. You walked to the ring looking like some 1960s movie monster. You felt like a zombie? You know, this is why, again, I rate Anthony Joshua much higher than Deontay Wilder. Much higher. You didn't hear none of this shit from AJ, bro. You know, when he himself started talking about something might have been wrong with Anthony Joshua. When Joshua said something might have been wrong with him, he said that in the second fight that it came out that, yeah, he had a little bit of a medical issue. Up till now, he didn't say nothing about like what it was or whatever. He just said, yeah, there was something off about him, but whatever. This is some bullshit. He felt like a zombie. What else did he say? If y'all want me to share the screen again, let me know. Let me drop the link if anybody wants to read it themselves. This is from Sky Sports. This is the link to the article. This is the link to the article. What up, El Jefe? How you doing, man? I'm talking about your partner, Deontay Wilder, exhibiting a lot of sucker characteristics. This is your man. Click the link if anybody wants to read the article that I'm talking about, right? So Deontay Wilder is saying he didn't feel right. He was a zombie. He was all of this, whatever. He's saying when he took his mask off, certain things he was doing, and people that know boxing know that it wasn't Deontay Wilder on that night. I was a zombie on that night. I wasn't myself. I felt like a zombie. What? Hey, man, let me tell y'all something. He said after that he's still reflecting and figuring things out. Well, in my opinion, Deontay, you should have just shut up. This is how you come back on the scene, making more excuses, even more excuses. There's some people on this platform who said the suit excuse was not an excuse. It was an explanation. So what is this? Is this an excuse now? You know what's crazy, John Cable? That Night King avatar you had, that shit looked like Deontay Wilder's costume. He looked like the Night King, right? This is some sucker shit. This is how Deontay Wilder chooses to come back on the scene, making excuses again. I didn't feel right. I felt I was a zombie. People who know boxing know that wasn't me. What? Bro, that was you. You just got beat up. That's all. And you talking shit. Let me read some of these comments. The only thing we heard from AJ was, as a rematch reporter, that it was lucky Wilder was brought out a whole, but exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. Yo, Red Glove. I couldn't say no better. This man is delusional in victory and defeat. He's a bad winner, and we've seen now he's an even worse loser. He's an even worse loser. He didn't even say congratulations to Tyson Fury. Oh, he's not a champ. He's not a champ. We got one more fight left. He's not a champ. I remember Anthony Joshua saying before the first fight, I am only champion until the night, and then the belts go up in the air. He said Ruiz was a champion now. You know what I'm saying? After the second fight. I mean the first fight. And he said Ruiz is only champion until the night of the rematch. Never took nothing away from the man. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is some sucker shit. I mean, when I saw this article, I was just like, Wilder can't be serious. Wilder can't be serious. This is how you come back? This is how you crawl from under your throne? People ain't seen you since you put out that nonsense video about I'm your king and your king is fine, and you come back talking about you was a zombie on that night. You was a zombie. Man, give me a fucking break, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. What else did he say? He's saying no one should be surprised that he wants a third fight. He is who he is, the bronze bomber. Why wouldn't he want it? You know, he's saying Tyson Fury knows that wasn't him. He knows that wasn't him. That wasn't the real Deontay Wilder. Something was wrong. There's more fuel on the fire. This is the final straw. What are you talking about, bro? Tyson Fury knew exactly who you were. He knew exactly. That is why Tyson Fury turned down the Anthony Joshua fight straight away and went to fight you, because he knew you were actually the weakest link in the heavyweight division. He knew you were the path of least resistance. Why else would a man coming off of a goddamn drug binge go and fight you? You understand? I think Tyson Fury cherry picked Deontay Wilder. So Deontay Wilder is wrong. He knows it was you. He just knew that he could beat you up, and he did. Who's this? Rising Phoenix. Who's this? If this is any troll, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not a troll.
Oh. What's up, man? Talk to me.
It's RGM.
Hey, what is this?
Yeah, it's just me. Nah, I'm not trolling. Well, I guess I am a little bit, but I'm not trolling you. I'm trolling the Wild Dead.
Man, Red Glove, tell me what do you think about Deontay Wilder and his return to the public eye? What do you think, sir?
I mean, he's making excuses. I mean, there's nothing more to say. He's making excuses. Like this reminds me of like like when I was a kid, right? I was known as that kid who could draw. And you know, every once in a while there'll be like a new kid that came to the school and he thought he could draw better than me, and then you know the kids would say that we should do a drawing contest, and then I'd win, and they'd say something like, "Oh, I wasn't even trying," you know, that wasn't the real me. You know, it's just childish excuses. You know, but we're talking about a 34-year-old man
Right.
making making elementary school excuses. So I I'm not surprised. He would have actually surprised me more if he would have said, "Look, you know what? I got to give Tyson Fury his just due. He was the better man on that night." You know, like, and you know what? I would be able to respect him for that, especially being that he made that speech a while ago talking about, you know, that you know, it's losing isn't that big of a deal. That's how you become a 2 and 3-time champion. You know, like if he would have, you know, would have been consistent with that speech he gave. But now, you know, it just sounded like at the time when he made that speech, it just sounded good to say that at the time. Now
Right.
that he's taken a loss, it's like, oh well, he didn't really beat me because that wasn't the real me. You know, I was a zombie that night.
That was a zombie.
It, well, you fought a bunch of zombies in your career, so
Yeah, he would
let's
know.
just take all your let's just take all the credit away from you. You know,
Exactly.
so
Man, let me tell you something. When I saw this friggin' Sky Sports article, I was just like, man, what is this? This is how you come back, bro. I mean, he did say in the article that he's still figuring things out and reflecting. Well, you know what? Maybe you should have just, kept figuring shit out because this ain't a good look, man. This ain't a good look. You know what I'm saying? You come back talking about he's not the champ because we got a third. You need 3 fights. 3 fights. As I said before, people were already considering Tyson Fury champion from the first fight. And this is
yep.
how I know Deontay Wilder exists. He exists in a different world. He's only attached to these lames on YouTube who pretty much pump his head up with a bunch of bullshit. He exists in a world where Shelly Finkel and all these other idiots, Jay Diaz and Mark Breland, been pumping his head up with a bunch of nonsense, giving him a bunch of false confidence. He exists in that world. You know what I'm saying? This man is not in the real situation right now. He's not in the real world. He's not actually taking everything in. Deontay will exist in his own bubble, right? Bro, this man beat you up in the first fight. And instead of you reflecting back then, right, you just kept on because they gave you Dominic Brazil, who just pretty much walked into your right hand. They gave you Luis Ortiz, who was old, so he ran out of gas, and then you were able to knock him out after Luis Ortiz was beating you on the ring. You know, my problem is Deontay Wilder fought Luis Ortiz twice, and was getting obliterated in both fights, and then caught Luis Ortiz. Deontay Wilder did not try to improve on anything in those fights. Even the second fight with Ortiz. Ortiz, if he was a person if he was younger, he would have beat Deontay Wilder. He would have just boxed him all over the ring.
Yeah,
And
I
Deontay
agree.
Wilder, because he was able to stop these people, he just remained the same. He doesn't care. He didn't improve. He exists in a bubble. Well, he said, all I need is power. I don't need all this technique and all this bullshit. And so he just pretty much stayed who he is. All these people were pumping up his head. Mark Breland saying, oh, AJ has all these issues. Joshua ain't this. Deontay Wilder would do this and do this. Finkel talking shit to Deontay Wilder. So they allowed this man to build this world around himself that he's not attached to the actual realities of his career. He's 34, didn't improve. 34, never unified. Now here he is, Tyson Fury is not the champion because we have another fight left. Bro, Tyson Fury is the champion. He was probably the champion since the first fight. It's only you that don't realize that. It's just you. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. I don't like this shit. I don't like this.
Yep, that's true. I mean, then that you know, being that there was a second fight with Ortiz, does that mean he wasn't the champion at that point? You know, it's one of those things. It's just like, you know, when knowing that there was going to be a rematch with Ruiz, he was quick to talk about how Anthony Joshua wasn't a champion. This is what we call hypocrisy,
It's
you know, and
nonsense, bro.
yeah, it don't make no sense. Like he, this is actually the reason why he's not as big as he could possibly be, because the fans that he has, they've already proven that they're gonna be fans of his no matter what. They claim to be against, you know, homosexuality, but yet they support a guy who says that he wishes to be pregnant, you know, which is a very, you know, yeah. I mean, so they've already proven that they're going to follow him no matter what. How about broadening your fan base by just keeping it real? You know, if you keep it real, those fans that or ride or dies. They're ride or dies. They're gonna follow you whether you're being real or not. There's a lot of people who are not following you right now because you refuse to keep it 100, and that's what he doesn't realize. Like he could definitely have a larger fan base if he were to do that.
Man, let me tell you something. This dude comes out and he's talking about let me see what else he said, because it's a lot. Let me tell you something. This one article, right? For all you editors out there, y'all could really do about 2 or 3 videos off of just this one article, because this dude is a real sucker. You know what I'm saying? This man is saying, why wouldn't he want the third fight? There's more fuel on the fire. This is the final straw. No, there ain't no more fuel on the fire. Y'all have fought twice already. There ain't no more fuel on the fire. You fought twice now. You understand? People not, you're not hearing anybody screaming for a third fight. Just Wilder and his fanboys. There's no more fuel on the fire. You understand? We've seen all we need to see from you and Tyson Fury. We've seen Tyson Fury outbox you 100% in the first fight after coming off of his trip to the snowy peaks of the Himalayas. If you catch what I mean, sir, you know what I'm saying? We've seen Tyson Fury mug you in the second fight. We've seen him mug you and take your stuff. There's no more fuel on the fire. I have seen all I need to see from you and Tyson Fury. All I need to see. You understand me? Is anybody in this chat anxious for a third fight? Is there any more fuel on the fire for y'all? Y'all tell me. What do you need to see? Tell me, Red Glove.
Yeah, me personally, because I'm not gonna speak for anybody else. I'm sure they'll do that in the chat, but me personally, I don't need to see this third fight. Like after the first fight, because of how it ended, I did want to see the second fight because we wanted a conclusion. You know, we wanted a clear cut winner. And guess what? That's what we got. I mean, at best, you say that it's a draw and a win for Fury. All right. So Fury has proven that he can go 12 rounds with Wilder, and Fury has proven that he can stop Wilder. Wilder has proven that he can go 12 rounds. He also proved that he can also be stopped. You know, he hasn't proven anything more than that when it comes to Tyson Fury. So, yeah, I don't want to see the third fight. To me, I mean, I understand the third fight is going to happen whether I want to see it or not because of the contract. So, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really going to give Fury a whole lot more credit for beating him again. To me, it'll be more like a formality, just like when Danny Garcia fought Guerrero. Guerrero didn't deserve a shot at a title, whether it's vacant or not. But that was just the WBC's way of getting that title um, into his hands. Same thing
Right.
here. Fury's gonna win. I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Right.
We'll find out whether I want to or not. But to me, if he wins, to me it'd just be a formality. It's basically a fight that had to happen because if
Right.
it didn't, he would get sued.
Right. Right. I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing everybody hearing the, hey, thank you, Lisa Bales, for that thing, man. 100 subs. I mean, I can't believe 100 people actually want to hear my bullshit. But that's cool, man. I appreciate y'all. Um, I don't know what to say. I'm seeing people in the chat saying they're good. They don't want to see a third fight. They don't need a third fight. I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I said before, Wilder is trapped. He has to take the third fight. He is trapped. You understand? Because of how he is and how he conducted himself towards other fighters, because of how he is, because of how the persona he created, he has to take the third fight. Whether he thinks he can win or not, he has to take the third fight. You understand me? So he has to go and get some Resident Evil anti-zombie vaccine and take that shit and then walk to the ring so he won't be a zombie, because this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed as hell in this article. When I saw this article, I was like, I have to go, I have to put my thoughts on video because I think Deontay Wilder is doing sucker shit. You're saying you're reflecting and figuring shit out, and this is the best you could come up with. This is the best. This shows me who you are. You've been gone for. He did that video when?
Man, he did. You're talking about that first one where he said he's gonna rise from the ashes?
Like he's like a phoenix. Oh, there you go, the phoenix.
That's why I chose the name. And
I got you know.
But I want to say that was like 3 weeks after he lost. It was around the three week mark. It might have been 2, but
okay.
I know I'm not too far off with that.
He disappeared for however long, and then did that video. Disappeared again, reappeared, because all that time you're reflecting, and this is the best you could come up with, man. I don't like this. I don't like this. And this is why I do not support Deontay Wilder. I can't support a person like this. If Deontay Wilder was in any other profession and he had this character, I would not support him. I run my own business, right? And one of the worst things you could do when you run your own business is not be able to take responsibility. Not be able to say, okay, man, I fucked this one up. You know what I'm saying? I fucked this one up. Let me do better next time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come on here and blame nobody else, bro. All this time you had, and this is the best you could come up with? No. This is why I say Anthony Joshua. I don't know Joshua in his personal life. I don't know this man. All I know is what he has exhibited as an athlete. And that man is a superior athlete physically and mentally to Deontay Wilder. And this is coming from me, who used to be a big Deontay Wilder fan, who used to say Anthony Joshua is on the pub circuit dissing Anthony Joshua fans. That's coming from me. Wilder ain't ready, bro. No, he ain't ready, bro. I don't like this. I don't like this article. You know what I'm saying? What else did he say? Let's go. Let's scroll down some more. So Wilder is saying that they've had a lot of people reach out, but you have to be careful. Some people want publicity. He's saying there are 2 people that he's going to bring in, and he's saying everybody wants what you have, but they don't want to work as hard for or sacrifice as much. People get envious. This is one of the things that I had to weed out. Listen, man. Wilder again is saying how people are envious of him and some people just want publicity. It's been my contention that Deontay Wilder has never wanted to be great. He just wanted to be famous. He just wanted publicity. So that's par for the course. You're a publicity hound, so you're going to attract publicity hounds. You know what I'm saying?
He's also envious.
Come on, man.
He's envious of Anthony Joshua.
Extremely envious of that man. Extremely envious of that man.
It's so crazy how much he's projecting in this article.
Listen, I'm telling you, y'all who create these nice edited videos, y'all could take this article and do like 3 or 4 videos on this shit, bro. What up, Charles D? What up, Mr. IOTBA? How y'all doing, man? If y'all want to jump on with me for a second, go ahead, man. Feel free. I'm on with the great Red Glove here. Let me tell y'all something, man. As you said, this man is projected. Everybody else, just wants publicity. Everybody else is envious.
I mean, this is the guy who wanted to get in the ring with Anthony Joshua after, I forget what fight it was. When he had already turned down the fight. It was Joseph Parker. When he had already turned down that, he already turned down the fight with Anthony Joshua. Like that's trying to get publicity. Like,
right.
That's literally trying to get the publicity without putting in the work. You want to jump in the ring with Anthony Joshua to promote a fight that you've already turned down, just to big up your name, just to build on your profile.
Right. Again, if anybody wants to see what we're talking about, here's the link again to the Sky Sports article of Deontay Wilder again saying Tyson Fury ain't no champion, and he wasn't himself. He was a zombie. Charles D, I know that's your man Wilder. Go ahead and click that link to hear what we're talking about. If you want to jump on, jump on. But
Well, I
Deontay Wilder
already,
said, huh?
I was gonna say I know where Charles stands with this.
That's Charles Mans, though. That's Charles, that's Charles guy.
Oh, it's his man, but he don't. He's not. The thing is, he's not a fanboy.
That's right. That's right. I respect
So
Charles for that shit. I don't like this. I mean, for real. Like I read the article, and I don't like shit like this. I mean, as you said, this man is projecting stuff. You're correct. And that's a good point. This is the same fight that Wilder fans say, oh, Anthony Joshua put a restraining order on Deontay Wilder. What? A restraining order? Joshua said, which is correct. Look, Vladimir Klitschko got in the ring with me because we had already signed to fight. You understand? So we were going to get into, a real fight after. It was just a formality. You get in the ring and all this and all this. Why would I let you get in my ring just to pump yourself up? Me, you
yeah,
got a fight sign, sir? We don't have no fight sign. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here unifying a division. You're over in America talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Joseph Parker came to unify a division. You know what I'm saying? So who's really seeking publicity here? So since Deontay is a publicity hound, he's going to attract people of like mind. You know what I'm saying? That's his fault. People are envious. I mean, who's more envious than him?
yeah, he's extremely envious. Like, he'll have all these other guys in front of him, whether it was Ortiz or Vlad or not Vlad. What am I saying? He would never get in the ring with Vlad. But
Never.
Ortiz, Fury, um, ever since to me, I think all this started when Anthony Joshua knocked out Eric Molina. I noticed that's when Deontay Wilder became very vocal about how he's the real heavyweight champion and all this stuff. Every every opponent that he's had in front of him since AJ beat Molina, he he has a fight with this guy, but he's over here talking about AJ.
Right. Right.
So
I'm telling you,
he
man, there's a lot to unpack in this because the quotes in it exhibit so much of his character that is really disappointing, right? It's just disappointing. What else did he say? In life, you lose more than you win. Some people don't know how to bounce back from a loss. People want to see someone lose to see how they get up. I lost in the ring, but I'm winning in life. I'm sorry. When Anthony Joshua lost, what was Deontay Wilder's attitude?
he he
Bro,
was his attitude was, oh well, we know why he was ducking me and all this stuff. And then let's not forget how he trashed Ruiz when he lost in the rematch. He's very quick to trash anybody else who loses, but then when he loses, oh, I lost in the ring, but I'm winning in life.
okay, okay. You see, Deontay Wilder likes to have this position of superiority over people. He's a very insecure cat. When he fought Luis Ortiz, right? When he fought Luis Ortiz both times, he made sure to let everyone know what a blessing he was giving to Luis Ortiz. Oh, I'm going to bless him because he has a sick daughter and I have a sick daughter too. I'm going to give him a blessing. He always makes sure he tells everybody how much of a blessing he's giving someone else. You understand? This is an
Yeah.
insecure person. This is a person who's envious. He wants everybody to know he's better than somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't know how to give credit to anybody else when he's down. He has no idea how to do this right now. So in my opinion, all that reflecting and all that garbage he's talking, you reflecting and figuring shit out, you should have just stayed where you are and just reflected. Just keep reflecting. You shouldn't have said none of this.
Do you
This is
think
sucker shit.
the whole thing about him adding some people to his team? Do you think that one of those people he'll be adding is Floyd Mayweather? Because remember, Floyd Mayweather made that comment after he lost, and then not that long ago, he announced that he's going to be a trainer now.
Maybe. But is Floyd also maybe one of the people he's talking about just want publicity?
Could be.
Because remember, Deontay Wilder has never said nothing good about Floyd Mayweather. Doesn't like Floyd Mayweather. If you look at interviews with Deontay Wilder about Floyd Mayweather, it's always been some negative shit.
Well, they're both divas. They both want to be the prettiest girl at the ball, so they're kind of in competition with each other when it comes to that. So I get that. But if Floyd Mayweather were to join his team and he were to win somehow, he could be like, well, what changed before? Like I said before, you know how he talks. He say something like, you know, what changed between the second fight and the third fight? I joined his camp. I'm the reason why he won. He used
That's
it
right.
as he used it as a he used it as an opportunity to big up his name and try to make it seem like, oh, not only was I TBE in the ring, I'm TBE in the
That's
corner.
right. That's right. That's right.
So I could
So
see something like that happening. But then again, I don't know that Deontay Wilder can afford Floyd Mayweather.
the things Floyd and them might want Deontay to do, he's not gonna be able to do. You
Yeah.
understand? He's not gonna be able to do it. But anyway, I'm just saying, man. Tell me what y'all think. I posted the link in the chat. Go read it. I'm gonna have to go look for the Premier Boxing podcast to hear this man for myself, or maybe not. I don't like hearing Deontay Wilder talk. But these quotes really offended me. It shows me why Deontay never really achieved that much in terms of his career. Never really did a whole lot in terms of unifications. None of that, because he just lives in a bubble. Doesn't realize that his career was passing him by. Didn't realize none of that. You know, I don't like the article. I didn't like how he came off. It just came off real low. I don't like it. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, off of Deontay, and we're gonna move on to the great Farmer. Oh, Mr.
Kevin
Charles
Farmer?
D. No, Mr. Charles D. Good day, sir.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
I'm talking. I'm here talking about Deontay Wilder and this article. Did you see the article, by the way?
Yeah, I just finished reading it because I Two Hands was just asking where the hell is he, and it's about time he spoke.
What's your opinion on the article?
Oh shit! Well, half the shit he's supposed to say. I want my title back. I don't agree with the he's not a fucking champion until I win the third fight shit. I don't know what the hell that. I don't know where he's at with that shit. I mean, he got your belt right now. He's champ. There's no wait to the third fight, nigga. You will be coming into that fight as the challenger.
Right.
So,
Your name is gonna be on the right side of the poster. It's gonna be
yeah,
Fury Wilder.
yeah, you're
I,
coming
I
out first this time.
I have a question. Does he
Go
have a
ahead.
twin brother? He said it wasn't him.
Wasn't him.
I
Wasn't
don't
him.
know. The whole I was a zombie. I mean, shit. You could have. He's putting his foot in his mouth with that shit, man. Like now you adding to the excuses that everyone else made for you. Like, ugh. Like just say you wasn't. I lost. That's it.
That's it.
The better
That's it.
man. Like, just simple shit. He could easily keep his foot out of his goddamn mouth if he would say that. Just the better man won. You know what I'm saying? Train hard, whatever the fuck I can do to figure it out to try to get it right in the third fight. I'll be doing that. But till then, shit. Now he's talking about George Foreman. I mean, you do what you gotta do to try to win, but I don't see anything changing. Honestly, he gonna have to make that fight a fucking dog fight because he ain't gonna outbox Fury. That shit is not happening.
Charles, this man has had two shots already to beat Tyson Fury. Two. You understand me? As I was saying, man, people already consider Tyson Fury the champion from the first fight. He came in and mugged you and took your shit in the second fight. You need a third shot? Listen, this article, in my opinion, did Deontay Wilder no favors. This this was. I mean, I have to go listen to the Premier Boxing podcast I have to go because I can't believe Wilder actually said all this shit. Yo, listen, man. Don't say no shit like you came in the ring. I was a zombie, and when they took my mask off, just the way I was acting, people could see that wasn't me in there. But who the fuck was it? You know what I'm saying?
He was the Gemini man that day.
It was a Gemini man. It was a Gemini man.
I still haven't seen that movie.
The Gemini man. Look here, man. I find all these quotes offensive from Wilder. You disappeared for however long, nobody knew where you was, and this is how you pop back up making excuses again. Nah, sir. No, I don't rate this. I don't rate this at all, bro. You should have taken the time. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, my fault. I said I'm surprised he did an interview with them. Like out of all the people you can talk to, you speak to the people overseas first.
No. He did the interview on Premier Boxing Podcast, I think. And Sky Sports chopped it up, took all his quotes and whatever.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense if he did it with PBC. Well, it still don't make sense anyway because you're still making excuses. Like,
yeah,
it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do an interview, all that reflecting and figuring shit out you say you're doing all the time, this is what you're reflecting on. That man, that wasn't me. That was a zombie. That was a zombie.
He's not the word. I mean,
Iron Kong. Oh, my bad, Charles. Go ahead and finish.
Oh no! I was just saying. I was just like, yo, you can't be saying he's not the real champ. And I mean, shit. Come on now.
Yeah. Man. What I was gonna say is that thing with the Hold on. I was just messaging my girlfriend. The thing you were talking about where he says he's gonna bless these other boxers. All right. Yeah. And this goes back to the projecting thing. He talked all that crap about wanting to bless these boxers, right?
Yeah.
How in the world was he gonna bless Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury's already been a unified champion, and now at this point he has the belt that Wilder had. He took it.
I'm saying, man, because before the second fight in the press conference, remember Wilder said, "Man, I got you back here. When I found you, you were strung out junkie." It was hilarious, but it was like, bro, you found him as a strung out junkie, and he beat your ass in the first fight. You don't have no shame. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, Fury. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, when he says that, I found you strung out or whatever on Cole. Okay, we know Tyson Fury likes skiing in the snow. We like that. Listen, everybody has hobbies. I've never seen snow, and I think snow might be a wonderful thing. I've never seen snow, so whatever, right?
Iron Kong, that was slick, man.
Playing with the devil's candy.
Hey, man, listen. If you're gonna say I found you strung out, right? Doesn't it also then look bad on you that okay, you mean the strung out junkie beat you up in the first fight? And I mean, really, bro. You know, you gotta think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he thinks he still was thinking he was blessing Tyson.
Yeah, but Tyson was already more accomplished than him.
That's true, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, in my opinion, Tyson has blessed him twice and is gonna bless him a third time. That's all I was gonna say. But go ahead, because I like the point you were making.
Go ahead, Charles.
No, I'm talking about you, Iron. I don't.
What the hell? He's talking about he's blessing him for being a junkie. I mean, if you want to look at whose life went from first fight to second fight and shit, I mean, you should have did yourself a fucking favor, because I mean, the motherfucker went and got, after fighting you, got a big ass deal with fucking ESPN. He's about to do wrestling. This motherfucker's donating his purse. What kind of shit? Like, you sitting here talking about generational wealth. He's donating the shit. Like, I don't know. If you want to, shit, that shit just don't add up.
This is what I'm saying. Wilder lives in a different world. Like we were talking about, this dude lives this dude lives in a bubble, in his own bubble. You know what I'm saying? And he likes to consider himself the big dog. I'm blessing you. I'm the Godfather. I'm this. I'm that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he couldn't humble himself as B-side to Anthony Joshua, because he wants to be the one doing the blessing, right? You bless the junkie. The junkie went on to hustle that shit, flip it into 3-4 times what you gave him, right? How was he able to do that? You've been champ since 2015 in the same country, your country, and you can't bless yourself, as Charles E said. You should have done yourself a favor, right? You want to do all this blessing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this. I don't like this interview from Deontay Wilder. It shows me this man has not come to grasp or come to grips with this loss yet. Let me tell you something. This press conference for the third fight is going to be epic.
If I was Tyson Fury, I'd mind fuck the shit out of him. I wouldn't even show up to him. I'd just leave the belt on the conference table and a boxing glove.
And a pillow.
Yeah, exactly. Because all these excuses you make and this shit just sucks, man. It's like you can't just give the man his goddamn props, give respect where it's due. Like you lost bad, but he ain't the champ. Discrediting the shit. He's pillow fisted. Like all this shit just make you look weird and shit. Cause that's just you give them more niggas who already hate you. You giving them more ammo to fire on.
No, wait, hold on. We got somebody backstage. The kid. Who's this? What up? The kid.
Why y'all hating on Wilder? Well, what's going on, Eric Cole?
Hey, all good, bro. Thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely, man.
I'm a big channel now, man. I got 100 subs. I need donations.
Oh, drop the kid a super chat.
I need super chats. Donations. You understand? Go ahead, 1-2 kid. Go ahead. You heard what we're talking about, man. Did you see the article from Wilder?
Yeah, man. It's bad, you know. It's bad that he's cooking on the same shit. You know, he's talking the same shit as the fans is, because that tells you that his mind is all messed up and he ain't got a shot at this rematch or this rubber match. If that's where his head's at, that's it. It's done.
Yeah, 1-2 kid. And I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because Wilder was quiet.
Yeah.
All these people making excuses. I'm like, they making him look soft out here. And then he comes out here.
Yeah.
Exactly. God damn, I'm trying to defend you. Like, you got people out here, they gloves. Oh, he manipulated the scales with his weight. Whatever goofy nigga said that stupid shit. Just like random excuses. Meanwhile, Wilder's quiet, which is, the best, probably the best ball. And then that comes out your mouth. Like, come on, dog. You still ain't even man's props.
He said it wasn't him and he was a zombie. So
that's what he said. It was a zombie. That wasn't him. He's the bronze bomber. He's not a zombie.
That was the bronze zombie in the ring that night.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. This article is fuck me. Wow.
Real quick, Charles. When they said that he was tipping the scales with his weight, you're talking about how he came in 50 pounds heavier than Wilder?
Yeah, I don't know where I heard that from, but I stopped watching the shit. Somebody sent me a link just to show me like this is something different, like a new excuse. And I was like, why the fuck?
That's not. It's the heavyweight division. Guys fight heavier guys all the time.
Yeah, like what does he gain out of manipulating the scale, being fucking heavier or like you fucking idiots?
I didn't hear that. What was it? What was the excuse though? What was it?
They were saying some shit about how he didn't look the weight that he said he was, and why would he do that and all this other goofy shit. I'm like, it doesn't even fucking matter.
It's who the heavyweight division.
There's no cap in the
heavyweight. Who didn't look the way?
Fury.
Oh, who gives a fuck? Tyson, as you said, it's a heavyweight division. You know how to cut no weight. Fuck that.
I tell y'all what though. Go ahead, Red.
This will be quick. If that's the case, then he shouldn't be fighting at the heavyweight division.
And I tell you what, man, if it took him all this long to speak, and those was the excuses he came up with, That's like he had all this time to think, and he called himself a zombie. Like that's bad, man.
I'm hoping Sky Sports made all this up.
That's what I'm saying. Once you kid, all this time that you've been quiet, and everybody's putting their foot in their mouth with these dumbass excuses. Now that the shit's starting to die down, finally, you come back in an interview and you bring up some new shit. I was a zombie. That wasn't me that night. Well, if that wasn't you, whoever was in there, you need to show them how to fight because that was a poor representation.
And that's the first thing you say when it pops up. It wasn't me.
Yeah,
this dude had much, and that's the first thing he says when he comes back. It wasn't me. It was a zombie.
It was a zombie. But you need to listen, man. You need to tell your stunt double or whoever that is.
Oh man,
you know, as he Charles, you need to teach your stunt double to fight because that was not a good look for you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I could take it on the chin. I picked him to win. I just didn't see no lopsided ass whooping like that coming. But ain't nobody seen that shit coming unless you was like an extreme diehard Fury fan. And even then, I don't even think nobody would have believed that ass whooping that they saw was about to happen.
I got the great
That wasn't me
coming in the house.
That wasn't me when I made that pick. Kong was a zombie. I don't know what
was a zombie. That wasn't you. That wasn't you. What up, D?
What's up? What's up, fellas? Iron Cone. What's up, brethren? 1 2 Kid Charles D. Rising Phoenix.
Second regular military. I'm trolling a little bit.
Yeah, regular trolling your man.
I know that. I was already privy to that icon.
D, what do you think about the article? Wilder is out from under his throne. Did you see the article? You know what we're talking about?
No, I just woke up.
Can you see a shared screen right now? If I share a screen?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me share the screen. I'll go back to it for D. And anybody else who just came in don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about Deontay Wilder. He did an interview with Premier Boxing Podcast, and Sky Sports got some quotes from him. We're gonna go through Deontay Wilder's quote for you, Mr. Jefferson.
All right.
So here we go. It starts off with Deontay Wilder's the headline: Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I don't see him as champion. Quote: People that know boxing know that it wasn't Deontay Wilder on that night. I was a zombie on that night. So let's move on. Right? Let me see.
Meat.
What the fuck is that?
That's my son. Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
I got that nigga to go make the smoothies in the kitchen.
Man. He on my back porch sanding on our oak table.
Damn, that's manual labor. Oh shit. Anyway. Wilder says, so I'm going to do all the quotes from Wilder, not all the extra stuff, just the quotes from Wilder. He says, in my eyes, I don't see Fury as champion. He ain't the champion yet because we've still got one more fight left. Right? Wilder insisted his body language was wrong. So he said, when I took off my mask, the things that I was doing, when I took off my mask, the things that I was doing, I've been in this sport for a very long time, so people automatically know how I am. People that know boxing know that it wasn't Deontay Wilder on that night. I was a zombie on that night. I wasn't myself. I felt like a zombie. Let's start with that, D. Was that a zombie?
Let me tell you something, man. After all of this time, this fool being in the shadows, going to Africa, whatever the fuck he was doing, you're going to come back with more excuses? No, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. And I'm glad they got it as a quote. I'm glad they got it as a quote from this nigga. So it can't be no kind of, no, he didn't really say that. No, he said it. It's right here. He's an idiot. Period.
Yo, D, I said the same shit.
He's an idiot.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. Bro, D, when I saw the article, I was like, bro, you can't be fucking serious, man. You can't be serious, bro. Anyway, Wilder said, I'm still reflecting. I can't believe the things that happened. I'm figuring things out. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down some more. In terms of the third fight, this is the core from it. He says, no one should be surprised. I am who I am, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Why wouldn't I want it? He knows that wasn't me. I know that wasn't me. That wasn't the real Deontay Wilder. Something was wrong. There's more fuel on the fire. This is the final straw. That's Deontay what I'm talking about, taking the third fight. D, is there more fuel on the fire for the third fight? Is there more fuel on the fire?
Yeah, there's more fuel on the fire. More fuel in Fury's fucking gloves. That's all the fuel. It's the only thing that's gonna happen is this fool gonna get embarrassed again, and he gonna get embarrassed worse this time. You know why? You know why I say that? Because it's the same fucking thing I say about anybody. What's up, John Cable? Anybody that comes off of a loss without the right attitude. If you don't have the right attitude coming off the loss, and you were the inferior guy, you're gonna get your ass whooped again. And that's what's going on with Wilder. He don't have the right attitude. There was no gloves. There was no 40-pound suit. It was no you being a zombie. You got your ass whooped. You need to go back, practice, do things differently, and understand you got your ass whooped. Do some film study, but stop making all these goddamn excuses. If he really believes this dumb shit he's saying, bro, he's done. He's done.
I'll tell you something, man. I'm not gonna get into all this other dumb shit. He was talking about how people are envious and people want publicity. I'm not gonna get into all that. If you want the article, let me put it in the chat. Anybody who hasn't read it, let me get back here.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna go read it, but I'm not really interested in what he got to say because it's all nonsense, bro. It's all nonsense.
Hey, hold on. The zombie king. Zombie king.
He said that on a podcast. Like someone got the actual audio that we can hear this motherfucker actually saying this shit.
Hey man, he says they said it was on the Premier Boxing podcast. That's where Sky Sports got the quotes from, and I just can't believe this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of need to hear that shit.
Hey, I'm hoping Sky Sports made all of this up because this don't sound good at all.
No, I'm not saying they ain't making all of it, but you know how some motherfuckers want to embellish shit. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping they made it up. Okay, I'm hoping he didn't say this.
Man, they ain't making up. Wilder's a goddamn idiot. He's an idiot.
Aaron Kong's hoping. He's hoping that they made it up because he's offended.
Listen, it's an offensive article. What the fuck is this? Like, bro, as he said, you've been away so long. This is the best you could do. Listen, man. Listen. I don't like it. This is offensive.
Oh shit.
I wish he would have tried to been funny and said a quote like, "I broke my back." Final.
No. What he should have did, if this shit is true, he should have just kept it simple on some G shit. Yo, the better man won that fight. That's it. I don't want to hear I'm a zombie. Someone fucking put a spell on me. All you did was come back with more excuses when people done made 50 million of the motherfucker for you.
Wilder's the best heavyweight in U.S. history, man.
Who the fuck was that?
Man, this motherfucker trolling. Look, check this out, bro. Check this out. Deontay Wilder, it doesn't even matter what he says from here on out, right? The dude, like, you can't recover. The best thing he can do right now is shut his fucking mouth until the next fight. Because all you know, when the Anthony Joshua fans, not Anthony Joshua himself, when the Anthony Joshua fans came out and said Anthony Joshua on himself, he was a shell of himself. Something was clearly wrong with Anthony Joshua. They murdered him. The whole LDBC, Wilder, all of them murdered Anthony Joshua for saying that. But now Wilder says this about himself. He says it. You understand what I'm saying? So this makes no fucking sense, bro. Like, he just needs to shut up until the next fight. Don't say nothing else. Don't do no interviews. Just shut your goddamn mouth and get beat up again. That's what Wilder need to do.
Just don't say nothing, man. For real. I mean, he said he was reflecting, bro. You should have just kept reflecting. Just don't say nothing.
He ain't doing it right.
No. What did Joshua do? What did Joshua do 2 days after he took his loss? He came out with a fucking video. He accepted his loss. He said he need to do what he need to do to get better. He didn't make all of them excuses, bro. He didn't lean on the dumb shit the fans were talking about. I wasn't myself. Joshua didn't lean on none of that. He came out with the video. He said what he needed to do. He needed to get better, and he did it. He went back to the motherland for a reason. He went back to the motherland for spiritual growth and came back and beat Andy Ruiz's ass.
Thank you for the segue, D, because we're gonna talk about Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz tweeted out. Let me share my screen. Mr. Andy Ruiz wants the third fight. You know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz says, I got the first one, you got the second. Let's run it back a third time and see what's up. Let me tell you something, man. People are. I want to shout out. I want to shout out UGC Black, because Black is the one who really turned me on to this. And I had to go look for it, right? On his Instagram, Andy Ruiz is getting roasted.
I see that video.
Well, we all took the time in the roasting Andy Ruiz, and I think it got around because that's how they sound like me and D and them all in one video.
Yo, that shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yo, what is L Dog person, man? Is this a troll?
No, he's not a troll. Yeah, I could vouch for him. He's cool.
No, L Dog, good money, bro. He just came in being funny.
What up, L Dog?
What up, you Deontay Wilder hating motherfuckers, man?
Hey,
that ain't the real L Dog.
I'll tell you facts.
No,
Deontay Wilder would knock Eddie Hearn out. Deontay Wilder would knock Eddie.
That ain't the real one.
Kick that motherfucker. That's not L Dog.
The real L Dog got a picture. The real L Dog got a picture, which I know it can change, but he tends to show up with a Hergovic wearing a sombrero.
Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, man, Andy Ruiz is getting roasted, even by Mexicans, on his Instagram. Because I went to his Instagram and it didn't look good for Andy Ruiz. People were like, what happened? The money's running low? What's up with you?
First off, on using the word run with this fat motherfucker. He ain't running nowhere. His money ain't
you ain't shit, Charles D.
His money ain't running. He ain't running shit back. He need to run his ass some goddamn weight. Nigga pushing 300 pounds. Like, come on, man, get the fuck shit. Run.
He run into a goddamn chalupa. That's what he run into.
Him and Wilder, they should be doing road work together. They should both be running.
Nah. One thing we can't say about Deontay Wilder is being physically fit, bro.
Yeah, no, we can say that motherfucker skip leg day. They could be doing some road work together. That motherfucker I want work on his legs.
I want to get my roast in. Damn, I already forgot what it was too. It was good too. I was gonna have y'all laughing. Trust me.
Whenever you're ready, let's jump in. Whenever you're ready, let's jump in. Give it to us.
I can't remember. I'm for real.
Listen,
I forgot.
Carlos made a point about Eddie Reynoso. Listen, man, I don't mind when he gets as a trainer, but it says a lot about Ruiz that it's now been almost 6 months since the Joshua fights. It's been like 5 or 6 months. It was like December 7th, whatever, almost 6 months.
Yeah.
And he hasn't found no trainer yet. He fired Manny Robles, and it wasn't Manny Robles' fault that you lost. And you still can't find a trainer to take you on, bro. Whose fault is that? You're not in enough space to go fight nobody.
I have a theory. I think he has secretly found a trainer. You ready to hear this?
Go ahead.
It's Ronald McDonald. He got him on a special diet. You know, he downgraded him from a number one to the big kids meal. He's trying to wean him down to the regular kids meal. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody needs to teach this guy that every day can't be a cheat day. You get a cheat day every once in a while.
I'll say this, bro. If he does discipline himself somehow and get with Eddie Reynoso, I don't know, man. Ruiz could be a problem. Because I'm just going here off of Reynoso's track record. Look at how he has Ryan and Valdez looking. Look at what he's done with Canelo. You know what I mean? This guy, we got to give Reynoso credit, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to deal with the undisciplinary eating habits and all of that bullshit, or else he'll fucking drop Ruiz ass. So if he get with Reynoso, that might turn his career around.
And it ain't nothing wrong with his skill set. The man can fight. It's just
right.
Motherfucker can't stop putting shit in his goddamn mouth.
Facts. He's just a lazy dude, man. I mean, it's like just before this, he was talking about how, big announcement, I'm gonna fight Luis Ortiz. Who want to see this fight? People are like, nigga, you duck Dillian White for Luis Ortiz? The fuck are you talking about? This is your big fight, because remember, when he said Dillian White didn't want the fight, he said Dillian White didn't want. How could a man send you an offer and yet he's ducking you? I don't understand. This is like PBC logic. I don't understand it, right?
Same shit.
Whereas
Andre, motherfucker.
And Andy Ruiz need to go see Doctor now. Y'all see my 600-pound life? You need to go see Doctor now, dog. Go get the lap band surgery. Tie that damn stomach up.
Ruiz getting barbecued on his goddamn Instagram. People are just like, they don't find it funny, man. It's like, you're not even trying to go actually get your career on track. All of a sudden, I want the Joshua fight. What are you talking about, bro? Don't talk about Anthony Joshua. Joshua got other shit to deal with, like actual serious fighters who try to fight him.
Iron Kong, I just thought of something.
Come with it before you forget.
Is he wanting it next, or does he need a tune-up? Because remember, when it came to Ortiz, he needed a tune-up.
No, but remember, he needed a tune-up for Ortiz, but he didn't need a tune-up for Tyson Fury, who he said he wants to fight. So if it's Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, I don't need no tune-up.
I think you know what Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have in common that Ortiz doesn't.
What's that?
They're big money. They would be considered big money fights.
That's right.
He's trying to fill up his fridge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Dillian White would have been a decent money fight. And Fat Boy didn't want none of that work either.
That's true. And he came up with an excuse right off the bat when he got offered the Ortiz fight. He said, "No, man, I need an appetizer."
Right. You need an appetizer. You need an appetizer for Dillian White, but not Joshua, who already beat him. Get the fuck out of here with that, bro.
I need a taquito before I eat my burrito.
But he's gonna have to figure some shit out, because, like, I saw. I don't remember who it was, but there was. I think it was IBFP was saying Charles Martin and Ruiz are probably gonna fight for the IBF mandatory. That mandatory ain't gonna be called till about maybe a year in the future. That's not gonna be called till a long time, because he's fighting his IBF mandatory now in Pulev, right? The mandatory don't come around again till another year. So if he gets a mandatory spot, he's gonna have to wait. That means he has to get his whole career on track and be prepared to fight regularly, at least 3 times next year, right? You're not gonna just jump up. Oh, give me a big fight. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like this, bro. This is what people gotta understand. I'm not trying to hear the shit about Andy Ruiz deserves the match with Anthony Joshua just because he knocked him out in the first. No. If he was deserving of that match, then he would have came back to the rematch, dedicated, in shape, and ready to fight, not with that piss poor performance that he gave. Because he was beaten like that, he doesn't deserve a goddamn thing but to work his way back up the rank and show that he's willing to do what it takes to be a champion, because that's not what a champion does, bro. Period. That was his first title defense, and it was piss poor, and it was because he couldn't put the damn fork down. That's the only reason. So I'm not even trying to hear this dumb shit about Andy Ruiz. His demand for a rematch, or even talking about the trilogy with Joshua, to me is just as stupid as Otto Wallin talking about he deserves a rematch with Fury. You idiot, you were a fucking contender. You hurt him really bad. You cut his eye. You still couldn't get the job done. But as a contender, you tried, you lost, now work your way back up. You don't deserve a goddamn thing.
Right. I don't like. Hey, man. Charles, he said I shouldn't say running low. So maybe his money is what's a better word, Charles D? I can't say running low.
Yeah, no running low, man. He just
man, just like Charles D said, ain't nothing about Andy Ruiz running.
His financials have dropped.
His financials has dropped. Sorry.
Yeah, he's. I don't think he's in a financial. I don't think he's financially hurting, but he got a taste of that. He got a taste of some money. I know that.
Yeah, he got some big money. So a dude on his Instagram told him, "Hey, man, you need to get your life together and stop modeling all this fashion over shit on Instagram." This is a Mexican dude. Like,
with all of that. Oh damn, man! I saw some shit where he was buying Ferraris and all of that shit. He might be low.
Yeah, bro. How you got a $500,000 house and $1 million vehicle parked in the goddamn driveway? You fucking
wait a
idiot,
minute, didn't he renovate the house too?
Yeah.
Oh,
but the house was like a mediocre house, bro, and he has a fucking Rolls Royce, which is like a $1.2 million car parked in front of it. Like, you fucking idiot, bro.
Priorities all fucked up.
All fucked up, dog.
Man, let me tell you something.
Is it a lowrider?
Y'all
Does it have the fuzzy dice home?
Nah, that motherfucker, I'll tell you this, that Rolls Royce, he got it sweet as hell, though. That bitch is pearl white. That motherfucker's nice as shit, I ain't gonna lie. But it just don't make no sense, dog. That car is not for Andy Ruiz. I mean, you're an athlete. You don't have a source of income coming in to support that type of car. People who have cars like that, they're making like $20-30 million a year. But they have that income residually coming in. They're making that kind of money or better. Andy Ruiz doesn't have that money residually coming in. If you don't fight, fat boy, you don't get money. And guess what? Right now, you're not fighting. So that car is not justified.
Yeah, that car is going to come back. That's one of them purposes that's going to bite you in the ass. That's
Exactly.
That's $1 million you could have just had sitting away, tucked for a rainy day. It wasn't like you just got Rolls Royce and that's it. Nah, nigga, this nigga had got like, what was I watching that this motherfucker had like 5 or 6 cars?
Got like 5 or 6 Ferraris and shit. Look, this is the thing though, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. Like, people are at a lower income level. That a lot of these athletes were once just like us, so their mindset is of a lower income level. But here's the reality of it: you take the Bentley, right? You take the Bentley, and a lot of people don't know this. Bentley does not change anything about their body style, but every 5 years. So if it's a 2019 Bentley, right, you could go actually buy a 2000, say, 14 Bentley, and it looks exactly the same. But guess what you'll spend for that shit? Probably like 120,000. So why the fuck would you go spend 2.1 million for the brand new shit? And you could pull up right next to that motherfucker, and people will barely be able to tell the difference. But these athletes coming from a lower mind frame of income, they go buy the new shit. You idiot.
The only thing
quick, and then he's buying all these cars. He's buying all these high ticket cars, and everybody knows cars always depreciate in value.
As soon as you drive them off the lot.
Exactly. He could have got a house, a better house, and chances are the value is going to increase.
There was nothing wrong with the kid that he's in. If it's just him, like, you know what I'm saying? His house, let's just put it like this. The house was definitely not matching the car, but the house is cool because, you know what I'm saying? It's just him. Yeah. The car is a dumb person.
But I'll give you an example how it's a thing with these athletes. Jamal Charlo just put an Instagram up of his house. Did you see that fucking house? He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. That house is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. But there's something that's attached to this house, I know for sure. A fucking mortgage. And at the rate this fool is moving, that house will be repossessed in about 6 to 7 years. This is, and I'm not being negative here, but this is just what these athletes do. That house Jamal Charlo have is way beyond his means, bro. You don't even take a $7 million fight. How you gonna sustain that house? You're 30, you're in your 30s, bro. You're at the end of your career. How you gonna sustain that house for those fucking things come with 25-year mortgages? What the fuck you gonna do, bro?
That's a good ass point, D. Because look at the big ass house Evander Holyfield had, and look at the big ass house Mike Tyson had, and them motherfuckers.
Bro, and they fucking have way more money than this clown.
Hella money. And
it don't make no sense, bro.
The houses, the way they pay for what they pay for them houses. Look at what the value they sold. Tyson had a fucking small hotel, nigga.
Right. And then Spence gets up here and tells us this bullshit about Al Heyman and how he has them protected and all of this dumb shit after their careers. Get the fuck out of here with that. Al Heyman should hire them a fucking financial advisor. But you know why he won't do that? Because then they'll become too wise about their money and start asking him questions.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Need a financial man. Have a job.
I'm really disappointed in Andy Ruiz. I'll be honest with you. When he won the fight, I was happy for him as a fellow fat dude. And now this dude is just acting like a real sucker. I don't like this shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I won the third fight with Anthony Joshua. Bro, you ain't fought since. You ain't even got a trainer. You ain't doing nothing. But I won a third fight. You want to fight Luis Ortiz? You know, he can fight Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil, you know, is looking to get beat up again. But go ahead.
Where the hell is Brazil?
That's the thing, man. These guys, once they get that big money fight, they think that they got an ongoing raise. It's like, nah, you got to win those fights to keep that raise. Like that's right. What it is, man. They fall in love with that shit.
Fight after he fought Wilder. Where the hell is Brazil?
Look,
he's back now.
He's back talking shit. He's back talking reckless too. How he's gonna be the number one in the fucking league. You dumbass! You done got knocked out in every significant fight. You gonna sit down and shut up somewhere, Dominic Brazil, bro.
I'm sure Uncle Al has them all covered. All right.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna make sure them mortgages are paid. He's gonna make sure that that these guys are only leasing these cars. He's gonna make sure they're all right.
Al Heyman is a Judas.
So, well, for me, pretty much that's all I wanted to cover today. I don't know if anything else y'all wanted to say, man. I appreciate y'all coming on.
Appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, Iron Cone.
Everybody hit that like button and subscribe and share if you can.
Donations.
Hey, Red Glove. I know you. I know you don't. I'm not making no demands. I'm just making a request because I love the spotlight videos. I think my man Iron Cone there would be good on the spotlight video.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I try to spread them out, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna do one on Iron Kong, and there's some other people who deserve to get some more traffic. So,
on top of that, he know how to use StreamYard better than everybody on the UGC.
He does. That's not even a joke. I cannot figure out the screen sharing for nothing. There's a couple things there that I need to learn how.
Bro,
to
do. I can't even understand that shit, Rick. Cause your fucking editing is so cold, and I know like you do so much with that, and I'm like, bro, if this nigga Red Glove can figure that shit out, bro, he should have his StreamYard knocked. Cause look, I'm a tech dummy, and I got all of that shit knocked on StreamYard, bro.
I know it's funny because you say that you're not computer literate, but like you're over there in Discord and you got a Twitter, and for somebody who was not very tech savvy, you got your hands on a lot of stuff. I salute you on that, man.
I'm just learning, bro. I'm just learning. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of time with it, so I appreciate that, bro, because I still feel like a tech dummy because I know so much more I gotta learn, but I appreciate that.
I don't think your passion lies in editing. I think it's just getting your voice out there. So that's what I think it is. You ain't that focused on the editing part. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
That could be true. I like to talk. I like to talk about this shit. You're right.
But let's
talk about it.
Here's the thing, though. If he wants to learn how to do it, I'm thinking maybe one of these days I'll do a live stream or something You know, like if anybody wants to know how I do my stuff, I've already did it once with Mark behind the scenes though. You know, it was just on a hangout between me and him. But, you know, I'm willing to do that to help everybody else out because this has never been about me. This has always been about the community. So if I can help you, if I can help y'all do your stuff better, you know, that's what real iron sharpens iron is, not some of this BS some of these other dudes be talking about. It's you know, you know. So D knows what I'm talking about. But yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we got you.
But yeah, I'm here to actually sharpen y'all, and you guys sharpen me. So it's an ongoing process.
I'm on Adobe Premiere Pro, so that shit's fucking difficult, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's tough. I just gotta learn. Like, I got like 35 full tutorials still left to do. And
wow.
I'm gonna do every fucking one on watch, bro. I'm dedicated on learning anything. Like, I like to read shit and I like to learn shit, but just like 1-2 Kids said, I am my main focus is more in the area of talking about it. You know what I mean?
Maybe you need a simpler editor.
Hell no, dog. I like a challenge, bro. Fuck that shit. Listen.
No. I'm just saying, what I'm trying to say is if you're trying to get some stuff out and your time is limited in your editing, then you probably would. And there's some of them editors that are more powerful than the complicated ones. That's a fact.
Well, they are if you know, like it's concerning user friendly, but because I researched all of them, so you're 100% correct concerning like how they could be more effective because they're user friendly and you'll be able to do more with it. But when you learn the fucking like Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci or Final Cut or any of those things, bro, you'll be able to do shit with that the guys using lesser software, they don't even have the capability. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, bro, I've always been a really fast learner. Cause like even Red Glove, no, I never touch any of this shit until I put my channel up. And I mean none of it. Not Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, none of that shit. I'm on all of that shit, bro.
D just used to sit in front of this blue. It looked like a little piece of a tent or something. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, it was a black-blue background that sat on the back of my chair.
Yeah, I remember those days. And now look at D. He moved from the blue backdrop to the donut shop.
I like that. I might put a video up with that one, Red. From the backdrop to the donut shop.
Hey yo, anything else from y'all?
Nah. Hey, we appreciate you, Iron Cone. Hey, whoever goes live, I'm there. Whoever's setting it up. If not, I might set one up myself.
Yeah, I'll jump on with y'all.
And Iron Cone, I just want you to know I appreciate everything you're doing. Anytime you go live or upload a video, I share it on Twitter now that I made a new Twitter. So you know, you keep doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna show support any way I can.
Yeah, man. Peace. Peace to y'all, man. Thank everybody for coming out. Thank y'all, Charles D.
Thanks for having me. I'm up out of here.
Peace, Benjamin. Thank y'all in the chat, man, for coming through. Even the troll who was bothering me, man. I'm not used to having trolls, and it means I'm important. El Jefe, next time, bro. Peace to everybody, man. Y'all have a nice day. Peace and power.